Hey there, it's Loki Junda. We're going to be starting Sinking City 2 on the hardest difficulty here. I have played through a little bit. As it is, I have another playthrough going on the hardest difficulty that I'm just kind of playing through on my own and recording for the channel. And we're just going to go ahead and see how well it goes through trying to do this live, I suppose. Full disclosure, I do also have some cold lo mein I am finishing, so if I go quiet, that may be why.
Is this seat taken?
Who's asking?
A handsome stranger.
Dime a dozen.
Sorry I'm late.
Did you guess it? Was there any trouble?
I never get in trouble.
You get in trouble all the time.
Right. Well, I'm working on it.
No, you're not.
No. But tell me about your meet. Did our mutual friend show?
Yes, and she claims to be selling the dole chance.
What did you say?
That if she pulled the same ruse she tried last time, I would come down on her with a fiery wrath, the likes of which she had never seen before. What? Too much?
Faye Adelaide Bennett.
Calvin!
Will you contact a god with me?
You... The Book of Dreaming, you did get it! Oh, you have some nerve getting on one knee. You're lucky to walk out of this room alive after a stunt like that.
Sorry, baby. We've got visitors.
Trouble?
Oh, no. Probably after someone else.
Calvin Rafferty, freeze!
What are the odds? There's another Calvin Rafferty here.
Get going. I'll meet you at home. Love you.
Love you too.
You killed her, Calvin.
Faye?
You killed her. It's your fault. She's not coming back.
You're a bad
You should
person.
have stopped it.
Faye! I'm sorry!
You killed her. It's your fault. She's not coming back.
Good morning, beautiful. How did you sleep? I actually, dreamt about you. Are you dreaming of me? if I'm doing any of this right, Faye, but I'm trying. I'm really trying. I miss you. Let me take off the nightshade. I'll need to borrow it again today, if that's all right. So, I do have some good news. I found it, Faye. The last piece of the puzzle. A way to wake you up. What we need is at the university's library annex. It's a book called Recitations of the Tenebrous Soul. And no, I don't know what that means. But there's a ritual in it named the Call. It's supposed to return a spirit to its body. I can use it with the dagger to bring you back. So please just hang on a little longer. I need to go, darling. But you'll be awake before you know it. Love you.
Fun thing of this part here, like me, you have the costume that doesn't wear a hat. He doesn't reach up to grab it off the mirror, but you do still hear the sound of him grabbing the hat.
Don't worry. I'll be careful.
So at least,
we
we
just
may not...
wanted to visit the Dreamlands. But now Faye's in a coma. I can't remember what happened.
Hey, how's it going, Piano? We may not get as far as I've gotten in the main story, and until we catch up, I will probably just paraphrase documents. So this one here is just talking about how he found out about the recitations of the Tenebrous Soul, and she's in a coma state, and he can do the call like he talked about, requiring a gift of blood, and it's more powerful if he uses this over here.
Ulta Condor, the blade of Ulthar. I'll need this dagger to bring Faye back.
And this here is talking about the mask. So this mask we took off her, the Nightshade, it formed on her face as she went into this coma state, and it gives some properties of letting you know when you're near relics, is what it says, and it gets charged by resting on her face while she's in this state. So it needs to be on her for a few hours a day. And here is a picture
Our friends
of
all left the city,
everybody.
or worse. Now it's only us.
And this is talking about the racket they made when they tried to enter the Dreamlands. Of course, with the reference to Hermones being depraved. Oh, that's cool.
Can't risk any uninvited guests.
And this will tell us it's been
Damn thing has been burning for 3 months straight.
3 months since they actually tried. So she's been in this coma for 3 months. I think
Everything was a joy with you, Faye. Even the flood.
that the flood started before they
Still
did
have
the
all our gear ready for the next
ceremony.
adventure. You always had such vivid dreams.
No, this game came out today, yesterday, something like that. And this is fun. It talks about the restricted section of the library annex. Of course, it mentions the Necronomicon of Abdul al-Hazred. And I'm sure there's some other references here that I may not be aware of. But that was the most obvious, immediate one.
The Miskatonic Library Annex isn't far.
Of course, Miskatonic University is a heavily Lovecraftian thing. And this is talking about, of course, the sinking of the city. The mayor of Massachusetts has declared the city lost. That's what they're talking about right now.
Attention, citizens of Arkham. This is your final notice. All remaining residents must proceed immediately to the nearest evacuation zone. The last vessels are preparing to depart. There will be no further patrols, supplies, or rescue. Evacuate.
The water rises a little more every day. All right. Get to the annex, get the book, get back to Faye. Easy enough.
Journeys, her paintings. I promised I'd keep them.
I'm playing this on Xbox right now, no controller. And as far as I can tell, Sleep Demon difficulty really just, you die super quick. Expect 2 hits, maybe 3 tops, and
Not
you're
before
done
I save
for.
her.
It doesn't seem like it really makes the enemies stronger beyond how hard they hit or lowering your health.
The Slither. Foul worms that arrived with the flood. Now they're everywhere.
Okay, I'll fix that, hopefully. Let me know if that's any better.
Harry, open the gate! Harry?
Don't tell me he left too. Guess I'll have to open it myself.
Alrighty.
Oh no. Harry.
Of course, Harry's no longer with us. Glad to hear it.
Damn it. Now what?
And of course, the obligatory return power to the panel. First mission in any horror game.
Faye and I use that same symbol for coded messages. It means safe.
I've done that before for
What?
pre-order bonuses, yeah.
What is happening? These are our things. How?
So the safe rooms teleport us to their apartment, apparently, or some version of it. We're going to go ahead and take out the pre-order weapon. Because, I don't know, I like to. Let's see, do I have a save slot left that we can just use for this? Yeah.
Huh. And now I'm back.
Probably this one. All right, so one thing we do have like an investigation mechanic that comes from finding notes. Here it's talking about the switchboard, and we can place these ones here and it'll tell us how to do it. This is telling us to pick up fuses from the shop across the street. Kind of all we need to know for now. We get our map here. A little bit of gunpowder to help with our crafting, of course. Now, there is something, if you're looking to listen to all the radio broadcasts, there is one in this door. One of the enemies breaks through that after we encounter our first ones over here. And right here, we're going to find our first puzzle. We'll find this to Martin. It says, I dare not speak this aloud. Your mother would never permit it. You know the tale by heart, so the numbers will come easy. My proudest, most miraculous moment. The other document mentions a boy and a woman. Okay, and when you find the last document, it confirms that Ava is Martin's mother. In this note, it's all the same family. So we can actually select this, and then we'll connect these. And we're going to want to, because when you connect all of them, you actually get something for connecting the correct documents. And so right now, it's important that the year is 1929, because a lot of documents at this point have mentioned that it is 1929. The next document we'll find later on mentions that 21 years prior is the day he opened the shop, and that same day he met his future wife. So 1929 minus 21, which is 1908, is the answer to this. We get some healing, some more handgun ammo. Then we run into our first enemy here. Now, you want to aim for the weak points. They do take some time to show up on occasion. Ah, shoot. See, I'm almost dead now from one hit. That's because I was trying to be greedy. And you do need to stomp all the slither that come out of them, or they will get back up. I'm not exactly sure if the first ones do, but in general, you do need to squish them all, or you'll have to deal with them
They're in
again.
my way. Everyone left in a hurry.
Since I am almost dead, I'll go ahead and use that.
Down we go.
I'm not sure about how that works with YouTube and stuff, honestly. Healing herbs. Oh man, actually I should have gone back the other way. It's okay. We can do that now. So gate fuses and wires, that's another one here. It talks about using the fuses at the electrical panel. And this is mind you, this is all by Algernon. I believe that is a literary... Of course, this game is inspired by H.P. Lovecraft. Algernon Blackwood was another writer of weird fiction. I believe that's how they referred to it back then. And he was somebody that Lovecraft actually respected quite a bit and was a fan of. So I believe that name Algernon there is a reference to Algernon Blackwood. In some respects. Maybe not that many. Wait, where the hell did this guy go? Thought he was going to follow me in there. But he did not. Is he over here somewhere? Where do you come from, man? They do start bleeding a little bit before their weak spot comes out, so that can let you know. I like that they have this mechanic where it's one weak spot at a time, and there is some time between where it shows up. I think it's an interesting way to handle the enemies.
Greetings, brothers and sisters of Arkham. Mushroom Jack back again, broadcasting from up here in my Ark. And today, as the last boat sweep the city, I have a tale for you. A man and his family were eating dinner when there came a knock at the door. The man opened it to discover a young woman on his porch, pale and desperate, asking to come in for a meal. But the man was suspicious and refused, returning to the table alone. His kindly wife admonished him, for they had plenty to share. The next night, the stranger returned, asking to come in for a meal. The man turned her away, and again his wife protested his meanness. On the third day, the man came home to find the woman had called early, and his wife had invited her in for dinner. And dine she did, dear listener, upon his wife's flesh. Friends, remain vigilant. Innocence can be treacherous. Resist that which preys on love and kindness. For some evils must be invited in.
All right, and I think that's all we got there. So once we go through this, it closes up and we can't go this way again. So the typical way you're supposed to do
Flood's
this
made everything
section
unstable.
is we get our last clue here. There are the fuses right here. This confirms that Ava and Martin are mother and son, which you probably already speculated. And it talks about the year being 21 years before. All right, let's see here. Maybe... All right, what do we have here? We have all four of them. I haven't... The first time I played through, I did not connect these. Forgot to tell Harry about the electrical panel. Okay, so maybe... Ah, there we go. So, and we got, you see, we got a reward there. Another reward. We use those to buy upgrades for the Dream Shade Mask. And our talents here. We can't do that yet. But if you don't do this, you just miss out on free 2 points. And I'm not sure if you can do it again later.
Disgusting. Hey. Hey, no.
And there's where we find out that the Slither are reanimating the corpses.
Or I'll shoot.
Ah, hell.
Oh, come on, I hit that. Stay down, stay down.
What was that?
And we almost have to... I haven't actually tried not defeating this guy, but we have to push this out of the way. So you might be able to... Let's see if we can stop halfway. You might be able to, like, lure him back here and then run up here to save the ammo. If you solved the safe puzzle before, which you would just kind of have to know the answer, we don't have to worry about any of the enemies out here. Because they're all going to get up, of course.
What's going? Damn worms.
But since we already solved the safe puzzle, we can just run back to the safe room now.
Never seen the Slither puppet the dead before.
Now, I don't know that I could actually recommend a gaming mic. I can tell you what I use and where I got it from. I am a fan of Musician's Friends Stupid Deal of the Day. And from that, I have a CAD E100SX mic that I use currently. From that, I've also gotten some, in the past, I've used like some MXL microphones, condenser microphones, that I know don't have a great rap. Like, the reviews of them tend not to be fantastic. But I haven't had an issue with them myself, and I felt like they've worked fine for what I do. But I have an audio interface and everything. I generally try and find a vocal condenser microphone, and you know, that requires, because it's condenser, requires phantom power. It's a 48 volt. It's sent to the microphone to bias the capacitors or whatever they have, semiconductors they have to do that kind of thing. But I'm sure there's plenty of dynamic mics that would work fine. So this is a very straightforward puzzle. One of the notes just mentions that you just have to connect the wires of the same color. Do that, validate, and you're good.
Done. Power's on.
And then here we're going to have a guy pop at us, but we can get by him pretty easy. At least I have in the past. If I don't now, it's just going to be a little embarrassing. And a little embarrassing because I forgot to open the gate. Lovecraftian zombies. Which actually isn't too far removed from Ground Zero, which was the other game I was considering going back to tonight. This one just came out. I'm really liking it. I haven't beat it yet.
They're everywhere.
I have... Oh, man. I thought I dodged by him. I never beat the first one, but I have played it a bit, and I enjoyed that one. This one is much more polished and doesn't seem to have the same kinds of technical issues that the first one did. And I've really been liking this one.
Arkham's got worse. I need to get to the annex, then get out.
So I've played it a little bit offline, and I'm playing it again live now,
longer,
starting
Faye.
from the beginning. And I don't mind doing that, and I think that says something. When you have like a really boring beginning section, it can not be a
The
bad
annex is right
sign.
behind that gate. What the hell is going on? Gotta get this gate open.
All right, some healing. All right, we have this. Oh, this is a good note. It talks about let's see, leaving Arkham monsters. Oh, that might not be the one I'm thinking of. We have all that. There's a note that actually mentions maybe I already have that here. The Martin and Ava being sent by Algernon to live with his sister in Providence. And it references a neighbor across the street, a Mr. Lovecraft, who just stays in and writes all day. Which, of course, H.P. Lovecraft, in the year of 1929 that this is set, did live in Providence. He spent most of his life in Providence. There was only a few years he lived outside of that, and that was not... In 1929, he was, in fact, in Providence. All right. So I have found out there's nothing in this room after they break out. Even if you stay here to fight things, there's nothing worth it in there at all.
It's time to run. There's too many of them. those people. Something's gone very wrong, very fast.
All right, back to the boat. And then we're about to get to the library annex. But this is one of the games where I'd say I enjoyed the first one. I understand the criticisms of it. But so far, I do think that this one is just better than the first. Which you don't always see in horror games. Sometimes they do well with the first one and they just mess things up the second time around. But this time, everything just seems like it's a little bit better. And also, I'd mention this might be worthwhile to you just supporting them. These are made by Ukrainian developers. The studio, I know, has endured hardships because of the war that's going on. I know they had members drafted and everything, and they still managed to develop, so far, what I think is a fantastic game.
Mr. Rafferty, what are you doing here?
I was just... Miss Bennett. Couldn't I ask you the same thing?
A gentleman doesn't question a lady's presence. He merely appreciates it.
Well, a lady doesn't often turn up in the restricted annex of the library during a fundraiser.
Oh, one can easily get lost on the way to the restroom. But you, Mr. Rafferty...
Please. Call me Calvin.
You appear to have arrived with nefarious intent. Perhaps I should yell for assistance.
Well, Miss Bennett.
Faye.
Faye? Go ahead. I think the university would love to know what I found you reading.
What I'm reading?
Spare me. Is that really one of the Narcotic manuscripts?
I think technically it's a copy.
I wouldn't have picked you for the occultist type.
I've spent most of my life finding things that others have tried to hide. And you?
I always figured the world was too large and too odd to be fully understood, and that all those who tried had their work locked away in places like this. So, have you acquired anything of note?
Darling, you wouldn't believe me if I told you.
Then show me.
Well then, Calvin, come on up.
I also think they've really done a good job with developing personality for the characters early on.
What the hell was that thing? Why was it aimed at me? Well, cross that bridge later. I need to find the book.
But yeah, I'll say it has some pretty similar mechanics and gameplay wise to like the modern Resident Evil games, like Resident Evil 4 Remake. The one so far, now this may change later on. I have played a little bit further than this ahead, but not by too much. The first game was very much more like open world, and this one feels like it's a little more linear, but not necessarily in a bad way. Like, once we finish this library annex area, we're going to come up to an area where we can basically do what we have to do and get out of there, or we can, like, stick around to do a little extra for, like, some... There's side quest stuff that you'll come across.
What was that?
Right, we can check our map, make sure we have all the items. Map.
So the restricted section was upstairs.
And one thing that I think is so fun is
An emergency relief crate.
These-
Must be something useful inside.
ERC crates. There's an in-game reason for why the key only works for one at a time. Like, there's so many games you'll have a key and you can use it on one chest and it goes away. Which doesn't make a lot of sense, because there are keys in this game that you can use on multiple doors. But the ERC ones specifically state that they are a key with like a corrosive chemical that purposefully destroys the key on use. I mean, it's fun to see that they actually have an explanation for it. I mean, when you go a little more linear, you have more control of the narrative. So you can have, like, if you're someone who favors a story, sometimes it can be much more impactful if you do that. And this one, it starts out, I don't know if you were in the stream in the beginning. It starts out basically
here like cattle. But why?
This woman, Faye, that he's in a relationship with, they're in love and all this. She's stuck in a coma from this ritual they did called the Dreaming. So he's trying to save her. While this is happening, the city they live in is sinking. It's abandoned. The mayor of Massachusetts had said it's lost. Everyone needs to get out of here. Nobody else is coming after this last bit. So he's racing against time to try and wake her up from this coma that she's been in for 3 months. And yeah, a love story can be overdone. Everything has it. But it's also... really, it can be a very powerful one. And the way they're going with this, like, I'm really invested in the story just from the start. I love how they're giving the personality of the characters, and there's a lot I'm appreciating already, even though I'm not very far in the game. And then we have this thing where, right here, apparently this is the first he's seeing it. These people, for some reason, are feeding the Slither, these worms that showed up during the flood that just consume dead flesh.
These people are sick.
Alright. Of all who beheld the crawling multitude, only I have sensed the vast power behind their silence. The truth rides deeper than science, deeper than faith. We are going to need more handgun ammo. Alright, here's this bit of lore here. Was this one? I saw it. I saw it violate his corpse. Gods, it sang through his teeth. I locked the door, but it seeped through the cracks. I scratched the sign into the walls. I begged my bloodline to let it pass by. But it found me, called me by name. Student, seeker, dominion. It split my thoughts like wet pages, yet I understand now. Not I, we. I am the host. The host is me, and I becomes we. I mean, I would definitely, if you like horror games, I would definitely recommend this is one probably not to sleep on. I could see it's coming out at a slightly problematic time, I know next month we have a lot of big releases coming. Especially if you're a fan of Lovecraftian horror. Uh-oh, come on, where is it? Up the face. No! I thought it was going to go down. Ah, shoot. And that's what happens when you play on the hardest difficulty. How far back are we? I can skip cutscenes at least. We're not actually very far gameplay-wise, regardless. Okay, yeah, we're here still. Yeah.
What was that? Alright, so the restricted section was upstairs.
There's the ERC chest. Grab that note. I was wondering if I could shoot it, and apparently you cannot. But the thing they already have built in is, yeah, you're this guy trying to save the love of his life, basically. But if you think about it, like, you're not necessarily good guys to start with. Like, you're dabbling in the occult. You're looking into these forbidden things. It's like, it's a consequence of what you've done, the ritual to contact these other gods is, I mean, what's the situation they're in is a direct consequence of their actions. No, next month is gonna be, I mean, there's definitely some that I'm not. Onimusha is coming out next month as well, and I was originally very excited. Then I played the demo, and it's just, they changed the style or the genre of the game too much, where I played through the demo, and I have no real interest in playing Onimusha. It looks like a good game, just it's not what I want it to be. But there are so many other good ones coming out. I'm not going to be able to get them all for sure. Do this a little better. Alright, I got 2 weak points before she went down, so... Alright, did I get all the worms? Looks like it. Alright, some chemicals. Use those for healing or to later on make some shotgun rounds. Alright, I don't have gunpowder on me now. I've played a little bit of Alien Isolation, not as much as I should have. I was super excited for that game when it came out, and I got it probably not too long after it came out. Tried it for a little bit, and I got caught up with, I think, just some other things, and I kind of got distracted with it, so I've never beat it. I haven't even played it very much, just a little bit. So I'm not as excited for the sequel as other people are, though I do believe it's probably going to be a pretty great game. If I had played through the first one fully, I'm sure I'd be much more excited for it. It's one I'll get if I end up having the time and the money, for sure. I would get that over the Onimusha game in a heartbeat. if that were the choices. I am actually pretty excited for Aliens Fireteam. What is it? Fireteam Elite 2 or something. I played the first one. I like that. A lot of fun, that style of game. Not really horror. Okay, this is talking about the sliding shelves. Fireteam Elite, definitely not a horror game, but it is a lot of fun. And I do enjoy the Alien franchise. Alright, come at me. Not yet. I forget where it shows up.
Someone must have lived here, or still does.
There it is. Now these things are actually really easy to deal with if you don't have these other things as well. Where is it? Go up. That took too long. Okay, she's not going down. Oh, there it is. Got a little more. I mean, yeah, I know I got to. I know there's so much. I wish I had time to do so. It's probably one of those things like the running and hiding type of games aren't my favorite. I know that there's more to Alien Isolation than that. At first I didn't. That kind of thing isn't always my favorite mechanic, and that's probably why it's been so easy for me to kind of sleep on it. Because I like being able to fight back in some way. I do need to, though. Because, I mean, I love the Alien franchise. And I'll be honest, I don't fully understand the resurrection or process for the enemies in this game yet. I think if you smash all the worms, then they don't come back. However, I do think that that some of these other patches of worms on the ground that you can kill, I think if they're close enough, I think they can revive them as well. So I think you kind of have two things to deal with as far as that. But they will come back if you don't smash those things at least once, for sure. Alright, there's that other thing that jumps on us. They're really easy to deal with. I thought it was down here. Is it not? Maybe it's not. There it is. Alright, you'll get like a sting, and then you just dodge. And it's just one smash and they're down. I missed, unfortunately. I will say, be cautious facing them, because they can swing at you without leaping at you. But they'll do this weird runaway thing. But if you're playing with controller, it'll vibrate before they jump at you. You just dodge to the side, smash them once. I did 2 times there because, I don't know, I'm petty. Even on the hardest difficulty, one smash and they're down. I forgot. Come on, show me. Yeah, I really do like this delay with the weak spots showing. It really adds some tension to it. You can defeat them without shooting the weak spots.
That's
It's
the
just
last.
a lot quicker to do so. So I think, yeah, three shots with the handgun will defeat any of them if you hit the weak spots. Just take more otherwise. Grab the handgun ammo there first. And we're about to eat meat. Another interesting character in this game that I haven't met again in my other playthrough other than this time here. So I don't know how this story progresses with him, but I think it could go pretty cool.
What on earth?
And now we have our recitations of the Tenebrous Soul. But we cannot read it. Yeah, I think the sound design is definitely good for this one.
Oh, what kind of plant is that?
And I may just maybe just because I had my interview with a voice act my first interview with a voice actor go public or uploaded recently. I do think the voice acting in this one is really well done. I think they're doing a great job conveying the personality of the characters. I'm so intrigued by this character that we're about to meet.
Don't shoot. I am human. I am alive.
Put up your hands.
Yes, yes. Of course. I am Corentin. What's your name?
Calvin, turn around. Real slow.
Calvin, I have made some improvements. But I assure you, all is well.
How are you? The worms only inhabit the dead.
I severed my eyes from the nerve. And as they died in their sockets, I introduced the slither. They accepted me and lifted the veil. Now, alien and arcane worlds of old sing to me from the page. As a translator, it has been absolutely...
No. What is this? What are you up to?
Wait, don't. I told you.
I just got a book that needs translating, and lo and behold, here you are. How does that happen?
You're at a library. Where else could I be? Call it divine providence. Please, I can help you. I know more than any man has ever known.
All right. There's a ritual in here for resurrection, but it's all symbols, a language I've never seen. I need to know what to say.
Yes, but I will need something in return.
Out with it.
I need you to fetch someone from the Devil's Reef Hotel. They held a lavish gala recently. Bring me the guest of honor. She's stuck there. Listen for the siren. You can take my boat. When you return, I shall have your translation.
Fine, I'll save her. But don't you go anywhere.
I am right where I want to be.
I also like how he's mentions the fact, I find a book that needs translating in your hair. And the guy's like, where else would I be?
Her name
Love
is
it.
Lorelei. And trust me, you can't miss her. The hotel is on the other side of the city, beyond the church. You can get to my boat through that window. Listen for the siren, Calvin. Take my boat. It's outside. She's at the Devil's Reef Hotel. Listen for the siren, Calvin.
Okay. Waiting till he started to repeat himself. Here's the manual that explains the activator pens for the ERC crates. I like this where it explicitly mentions that they're designed to it says like the chemical agent will trigger the unlocking process and the key will be consumed during the activation. I don't know, it just seems fun that they actually put in a lore reason for keys being consumed for that. All right, we got to store some. We're going to use that. We'll keep the ammo.
Where did you just go?
There is a knife. So when we go back, if we try to go back to the ERC crate, we do have several enemies come about. Let me see if I can. Make sure these worms don't resurrect them. Okay. I don't have a lot of ammo here, so let's see if I can cheese this guy a little bit. Oh, come on. No, son of a bitch. I didn't save it either. How far is it going to send me back? He got up too quick, man. I wasn't expecting that. Hey, thanks for stopping by. You have a good night, too. All right, so we're right here still. Alright, so one hit kills me anyway, so no point in healing right now.
Just go.
I am going to try and get back to that ERC crate, because I did not do that in my previous playthrough, kind of assuming I'd be able to come back, but I'm not entirely sure that's the case. Ah, dang it, shouldn't have done that shot. No worms. You're not coming back. Alright, I got 8 shots. Which means basically, if I do things perfectly, I can kill 4 more. If I do 2 weak hits, 2 weak spot hits, and they go down and I get to smash them to finish them, I should be able to do 4. But that does mean things need to go perfectly. No, I wanted to be able to shoot you the second time through there, too. Where the hell did you go? What the hell? Oh, shit. Oh, not good. Yeah, I messed up here. Wait, what the hell? Why did she dissolve like that? That is... I have not seen that before. The problem now is I have no ammo, and I don't have what I would need to craft more. I'm going to go back up to the safe room and craft some more handgun rounds, and hopefully nothing else will revive. If something else revives, I did something wrong. We can store that. Gunpowder, metal scrap. So that's... We're really only going to be able to make 10 rounds. Which is a maximum of 5 of these guys we can take out. But more than likely it'll be 2 or 3. Because I'm not perfect. But I don't think there's... If there are any more, I only think it's maybe 1 or 2 more. Because we only have to get over here. Alright, let's see what's in here. Weighted handgun muzzle for unerring aim in tense moments. Steady the world, then you breathe, and your shot will follow.
That would come in handy.
Okay, so the Shale Mary that I'm using, it's a pre-order weapon. The main weapon has like 2 little dots, so I'm assuming that's 2 parts you can equip to it. So it looks like we have our first part. What does it say it does? Fully focused shots, slow enemies. Oh, that actually sounds pretty decent. But I don't know. Maybe not as useful as the other ERC crates other ERC crate I could have used that key on. Okay.
I lost you for a minute there.
Yes, you did, sir.
Her name is Lorelei. And trust me, you can't miss her.
I don't know. I'm very intrigued by this guy. I could see him becoming someone I have to defeat or kill later. But for now, he does seem like an interesting character.
Devil's Reef Hotel. It's on the other side of the city.
Alright, no goodies around here. Alright, good. Some gunpowder. It's a good thing he gave us our boat because that arm gave us his boat because that arm threw our boat at us already. Let's just see if there's anything over here. Can't interact with anything. So far I have noticed in this part right here, we do kind of have this, we can go this way or this way, but this just meets us back right here. So I don't think there's any benefit. It might be when you start unlocking these gates to where you can more freely move around areas that it matters, but I went this way and found nothing. So we're just gonna go this shorter way this time. Alright, so the idea now is we need to get past this gate. So we need to go to this area that says, do not dock. Lunatics. Now, this is the section where we find our first side quest that we can do or don't have to do. All we have to do right now is open this gate and move along. However, what we can do is all the extra shit around here. Alright, Night Ore we can use to charge the Nightshade Mask, which will revive Calvin if he suffers a fatal blow. Alright, so basically it's a save us thing.
Good to know that the traps still work.
We have these traps that'll kill these guys too, and there are quite a few around here. And that is literally the first time I've stepped in one. Ah. Where's the last auto save? 121. Oh, that's right now. Let's see where this puts us. I'm really upset that I stepped in that trap. I have not, that is the first time I have. God, where does that put us? All right, it puts us back here. I'm happy with that. But that was just goddamn embarrassing. That's just talking about the Night Ore. We're going to go ahead and use it again. And we're going to not step in that trap.
Good to know that the traps still work.
It's right there. And we can't go in this yet. Got to find a key to the church. Pretty much the only thing. We will see when we look at the area progress here, we do have 16 clues we're looking for. Several of them will be to solve this puzzle here, which we will, I think, get to tonight. Yeah, we got time. we'll at least finish this church area. If there's any preference regarding solving the side quest here or just moving on and see if we can progress further, let me know. But we can't. I will by default go ahead to solving the, or you know, fulfilling the side quest objectives here. Go ahead and grab some stuff. This is one of the clues. Oh, I thought it was talking about the trident. Maybe not. Again, these guys, if there's only one, just when they go to jump at you, dodge to the side and then smash them. Real easy. There's another trap right there. And if you're playing with controller, it does vibrate whether you're looking at them or not when they go to jump at you. So that can be a useful thing. All right, there's our church key. So right now we could basically leave this area. We don't have to do more here. Son of a bitch. Yeah, we'll just keep going. Can't believe I did that. I'm telling you, when I play live, I get stupid. See, my controller didn't vibrate, so I knew he wasn't going to jump at me. We got a couple more traps here. We need the star key for this, and we will get that soon. Oh, I didn't know that they would break that open for me. Alright, that was messed up, man. That was messed up. He got me while I was smashing the other one. I did hear him get hit by the trap, though, so at least he died as well. And while that doesn't actually make me have to do a lot here, it still feels tedious. Part of the problem is I'm trying to rush through this. And I need to take my time because there are a lot of traps around. Yeah, there's nothing over here but the puzzle, and we don't have... We need the trident to put on the top of this, and the trident is in the church. Alright, there's another dock for us when we get the graveyard key. I know there's one trap in the water. There's that trap I stepped on. There we go. Still not fully healed, but a little better. Come on, are they not coming for me? This is where they got me last time, right here. Alright, one just got hit by a trap. Second one just... There you go. Oh, god damn it. At least I healed. But I did walk into a trap again, and that upsets me. We got a safe room in here anyway, though, so...
Who do they worship here?
I will find out. Call upon believers. Now, this is one of the things regarding the puzzle out there that I was talking about, the trident. We'll have specifically this line: invoke its jailers from the depths to the heights, so as to cast them out. Kathia, Gur, Sognar, Yig. Bear witness to the star's gaze as it breaks the shackles and frees its weapon. So we do need that clue. All right, and this is another clue that we need. The church here was built in the year of 1667. The Redemption Church was long distinguished by its bell, famed for its peculiar, profoundly deep tone. So that is a separate puzzle that we need the clue for. And we don't need to go up there yet. All right, so now we are in another save point. Let me go ahead and drop those things off, maybe heal up a little bit. We are going to only save over this one save for our live playthrough. So this is now what we get to do for our upgrades with the Nightshade Mask. It says, love, couldn't say it. The flood was ceaseless and now creatures arise. If you made it here, take heed. I found something new amid the chaos, eerie crystals brightly glowing. Touched one and saw dreams that were not mine. Felt stronger, sharper afterwards. I called them Dream Essence. Don't know if they're from the flood, but they change you. Left some for you. Use them to strengthen yourself. Then get out of here. Find me in Kingsport. I'll be waiting. A. Now, I don't know who A is. At first, my thought was maybe it was Faye.
They feel powerful.
But Faye starts with an F. Alright, so now we have 8. Last time I did not have 8. If you'll look in the left side of the mask there, we do have shapes. So we have 1 circle and 3 diamonds that we can eventually unlock. Alright, so here, and for intermediate, we need to unlock 4 from the previous tier. Strike harder when your flashlight is off. Maybe we'll go ahead and do that. Less damage from humanoids, I guess. If we do 2 more, we would unlock the next tier, but we wouldn't have any more points. So I'm going to go ahead and use the 4 to take a little less harm for every healing item carried, because it's the only upgrade we can have in that slot right now. So we will take it and carry our 1 healing item. Alright, now we are on the other side here. We don't have to worry about those sounds yet. We're going to unlock this door. This brings us back to our boat. Now, at this point, we can open this gate and get the hell out of here. Or we can do all the other stuff around. We're going to go ahead and start by hitting up this lore right here, which talks about there's some ineligible rambling. It's saying it's a transcription made by the sisters, placed a pen in the father's remaining hand and recorded his writing, and then you can expect a report on the effects of burning his flesh anon. So they're doing some weird stuff here. But yeah, now we can go over here and open this. But there are still some more items. If you go there, because there is a crate right here, as soon as you get close to that end, the body that was here will get up, break through here, and this guy will also get up and kind of pincer you in, and it makes it a tricky situation. So for now, we're not going to do that. We're going to just unlock this door, grab our ERC, and we have another note on the path here, and the important thing here is stand resolute before the star's gaze, meaning stay still, not think of the storm or something deeper. This is, I think, kind of a clue to tell you one of the things you have to do. No, this is gonna go right here, actually. We're gonna connect it to that one. And I'll explain that later when we go to do that. For now, we're going to come back this way. Because there's a couple things to do here. One of the things you do will make 2 of the jumpy little guys spawn. Another one will make some of these guys come alive. Floodgate lock. Here, this is the key to the code. It says PS Seb. In case you forget the number, it's the year of the bell. And that has to do with this clue here. So we're going to link those ones. So from those we have, the church was built in 1667, and the lock key is the year of the bell. Now I think... yeah, so when we go up there, now these guys are around. There's 2 of them. Would urge you not to chase. It is better to get them to leap at you. Alright, that's taken care of. Now we gotta go deposit some items again, because we're full and we need the star key. Yeah, we'll deposit that and that. I think that should be good. All right, so I'm going to take care of these things now. So there is another document that says how many years after the church was built it took to get the bell there, but you don't need that. What do we have? It was 1667. I'm going to go... This is how I solved it originally, without that last thing. It's not the year the church was built. Literally, I added 1 year at a time. You find out it took 8 years. Or 1672 is the year that the bell happened. And now that we've done that, these guys... Do they not come alive? Okay, they come alive when you open the gate. There's one there and then one right up this way. And we're going to try and dodge by. And that gives us just plenty of space to... I don't know how much the traps damage them. I know they don't die like the little guys do. They get hit by, let's see. It doesn't seem like it does too much to them. come on. That was too quick, man. Too quick. Alright, see, that's... That is definitely them reviving at a rate that seems a little absurd to me. Oh god. Oh come on. I dodged away from that shit. Thank you, Faye. Damn. I guess, yeah, right, we're learning. They get up quick. I wonder how many factors go into how fast they resurrect. So we do have another ERC chest in here. And this one is definitely worth getting. Also, you need this document to originally figure out this puzzle as well. The important part is, and I saw them, the rhombic spearhead of Gur, the crooked cross of Sognar, the serpent form of Yig, and the splayed womb of Kithaya. So we're going to take that, put that here, and connect it. And then we will find out that I connected it to the wrong ones. I meant to put it here and connect it to these. And we'll find out that those are all the clues that we need for that particular puzzle. And the awesome thing here is the expanded inventory. And I don't know what this is for yet. We get a clue about it. But I'm not sure what it's about. It's about them stealing the thing from like a printing press area. Oh, I didn't dodge to the side enough. That's fun. Let's see how far back we are. That's fine. That means I get to do better. I get to do better. That means... Alright, we already killed those two things. And we can go ahead and turn this on. Maybe try something a little different here. No, shit, I didn't want them to split. Oh, shoot, that was close. Okay, we did that with a lot better ammo conservation. Now, I guess we get to find out if that pile will resurrect him or not. Okay, so we have the key. We've opened this. We can go ahead and face these guys now. So he'll break through. This guy will pop himself up. Now, one of the times I did this, it actually blew these guys off the edge. It's only happened once, and I'm upset by that. I was hoping it would be a more regular thing. I'm going to make a short of it because it's just fantastic. I did that, and they just both whoop, whoop, off the edge. Never saw them again. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab that. Now, we have all of the stuff we need to just finish up everything around here. Now, I do kind of want to go ahead and get the extra inventory space over here. But we do get some of them jumpy guys that'll spawn when we do, I believe. Then all the normal stuff applies. We'll go ahead and link that up to finish that clue.
More space, finally.
Now that is a completely separate clue that... Alright, so that we have the weight apparently. Okay, there we go. That time I didn't mess up. Not too worried if there's other ones right now. We don't. There may be like one other that spawned somewhere. And up here we're going to find our second radio story that we'll listen to.
Arkham, you're tuned into the only dry station in this sinking city. The Ark, with me, Mushroom Jack. Now, how about a love story? Sean and Mercy were besotted and set to become the new Mr. and Mrs. Watson. Their joy for each other remained intact, even through wedding planning. So it was especially cruel that fortune would steal Sean from Mercy's arms a month before their big day. An act of God, a lightning bolt, and Sean dropped dead. Her grief was immense, and she wept from the moment it happened to the moment he was buried. Now, imagine my surprise when a month later I read of their marriage in the Sentinel. I assumed an error, but when I saw the photo, my blood ran cold. The groom was in a smart black suit, but the bride was in a dirtied gown, her lips upon his rotten cheek. Yet Mercy's eyes were as bright as Sean's were dull, for despite everything, they were together. And you know what? Maybe he was smiling too.
All right, now that we've heard that cryptic tale, use the star key here.
That.
And then this is the note that tells us that the bell didn't go up the same time. I think, yeah, no surprise that after the church was built, it took another half-decade to craft and install the bell.
That's not what I...
So, even though we don't need it anymore, that's the last clue for this part. It gives us one more dream shard.
expected.
All right, we have the trident now. And so technically, like if you're playing through, going through there, if you can't figure out the clue thing like I did, this is enough to open that, finish it, and get out of here. This next part is just the side quest stuff here, but we're going to go ahead and do that. All right, so we placed the trident here, and now we can alter these things. Now, what we have to do is look at this note here. Invoke its jailers from the depths to the heights. So that's bottom to top. Kathia, Gur, Taznog, Sognar, Yig. So we need, let's see, Splayed Womb on the bottom for Kathia. Rhombic Spear, Spearhead. So Splayed Womb, Spearhead, Crooked Cross, Serpent Form. So Splayed Womb, Spearhead, Crooked Cross, Serpent. We'll validate that. And then run away. Because all that stuff about lightning strikes is true. You will get damaged if you stay in that area. But with each strike, it'll illuminate one of the tips of the trident. Now it's fully charged.
Now.
Take it off. And then placing the fully charged trident back. We got some handgun ammo there.
Jeez. Whoa. What is that thing? What did it do to them? They offered it a dagger.
I don't think this will do anything. I just figured I'd try. But this does kind of make me think that maybe there's a chance endings change based on the side quest you do.
Calvin, my love,
Faye?
come closer. I need you. Don't leave me. Come, please. Please, darling. Calvin, it's me, please. I need you.
Of course we knew it actually wasn't her.
Let me touch you. My love. Hold me again.
dare you use her voice?
And from that, we get another dream essence.
This has been a weird day.
It's missing that. Okay. All right, we can store that for now. All right, and now we have 4 more. So we can unlock one of these, and then also almost unlock one of these. So we've done the side quest here and all the other stuff. We get this key in the next little area. We're going to go ahead and head over there and get to the next save room. And that's probably where we're going to stop the live. And that's actually almost to as far as I've made it in my personal playthrough that I've been recording. Here's the dock on the back side that's closer to graveyard door.
No, can't risk damaging my boat.
So we've got a whale there. Our next main story mission, of course. My first thought was that we were going to try and blow up the whale, but crane. Conveniently placed. We need to use the crane to move the whale.
All right, you old rust bucket. Let's see if you got one last job in you. Not working.
Of course not.
Out of fuel and missing a gear.
A whale is blocking the route to the Devil's Reef Hotel. Could use the crane to lift it out of the way, but it's missing fuel and a gear.
Starting to really hate those things. So, gasoline and a gear. Where do I find them?
Alright, we got our next save room here. Soggy note. There's all kinds of loot in the buildings around here if you know where to look. Check the fire station. I bet they have stuff to help you survive. If you visit the printing house, you'll probably find some machine parts. The flood, you'll have to go via the church graveyard. I'll leave you the key. Stay away from the church itself and the Devil's Reef Hotel. There's something wrong there. So, I'm assuming that means you can put the broken crane there. Soggy note. I think that is linked to this. Yeah. And there's our next reward. So we have the graveyard key now. So now it mentions in the fire station, that's where we get the gas. I believe that means I've done the fire station part. I have not done the graveyard part. I believe that means the graveyard has the gear. And it's probably where we use this Printing plate C. And then, of course, we come through here and we get our shotgun.
Like it was waiting for me.
Hello, citizens of Arkham.
And
It's
number
56
3
degrees out
for
there,
our radio
winds a
show.
nor'easter, and I'm the one and only Mushroom Jack. Now let's talk about Mayor Peabody. Big Joe Peabody sure was something else. Mayor for 3 terms, Arkham born and bred. The kind of fellow who got things done, an unstoppable force. Hell, he even shoveled sidewalks after the blizzard in 22. So when the flood hit, you'd have been forgiven for expecting Big Joe to make it right. But Peabody had met his immovable object. Floodgates that didn't stop the flood, relief crates that were locked despite their essential supplies. No explanation for the water, and his town in ruin. Big Joe grew convinced the cause was supernatural. And desperate, he sought supernatural aid. There was a woman, Lorelei, with an affinity for the water. Perhaps if he negotiated, persuaded, pleaded, she would help. Peabody strode into the hotel, thinking his title helped him, but it only made him a bigger prize. Turns out some things can't be bargained with.
Huh. So at this point, I am starting to think there's a little more truth to these stories than you might think at first. Because we've already heard about Lorelei at the hotel. I think that's who we're going to try and pick up from the hotel. If I'm not mistaken. So for now, like as I've said, I have done the fire station already. I have not gone to the graveyard in my own playthrough. I do know in the fire station there's an ERC crate, and because I went back for that first one, I do not have a key anywhere for that. Oh, we have the breakwater. We have the... I completely forgot that there was a pre-order one that became available when you got that. But because I don't have an ERC key to open that crate yet, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to, for the first time, check out the graveyard and see what that's like. Now, this is the first part of this playthrough here that it's going to be completely new to me. And we're going to be figuring it out together. Because I do want to open that ERC crate at the fire station before I actually get the gasoline from there, just because of how many enemies spawn as on your way out. Hell, it might even just be missable. All that's in there, though, is a dream essence and shotgun ammo, I believe. Pretty sure that's right. All right, so let's see. We're going to be going this way. Here's the printing house. I wonder if I should go to the church and grab out that printing plate first. Because I can believe wouldn't surprise me if this was the closest save point, I suppose. So why don't we go ahead, take that out, throw down another save.
God.
Alright, come on, where's your other weak spot? That one took a while to come out. Smash all the worms so she won't come back. Alright, this could be tricky. I don't know if I like that. Oh shit, I know I heard something there. Let's see, we just have gunpowder and healing herbs. We don't have another save room here. I can heal for more inventory space if I need it. I am taking my time because I have no idea what's going to happen. Shit. Shotgun time.
Great.
Damn it, another ERC crate. Shotgun because I'm nervous that I'm going to have multiple enemies show up at the same time. I don't know. I guess I can switch quickly. Alright, let's do that then. We're going to wait on that. We're going to look at these. Miskatonic Tales. Whispers from Yuggoth. Weird Wonders of New England. Real accounts of the supernatural. More Whispers from Yuggoth. So they printed Weird Wonders here. Which, of course, weird fiction is what, like, horror fiction kind of used to be called. So, like, H.P. Lovecraft and Algernon Blackwood, they wrote weird fiction. Not necessarily horror fiction.
What was that?
I didn't see it, but I'm not happy about it. Alright, so we got a fire. We've got 2 exploding bear canisters. They're there. 3. Not a 4th one. So this looks like we're going to have some kind of maybe mini boss or some sort of larger than average number or size of enemy. At some point in this room.
It's hard, wet boots.
What can we... Yeah, we don't have... We need 1 more chemical for shotgun ammo. Alright, so I guess I can look over that way or go back that way. Let's check here first. Wait, no, actually, I want to see if this door is locked or blocked.
Maybe that would work.
Okay, yeah, that's just showing me where the gear is. So we just need the key to that door to get to the gear. And I'm sure that's going to be up there. And we're only going to be able to get up there through this way. Uh-oh, yeah, that looks a little bigger than usual. A little thicker, maybe. There's that. Alright, this might just be because there's multiple. I do not want these guys getting back up. So a little bit of paranoia on these stomps here. Because I cannot see their bodies. We got that one up there. Looks like the only one, though I'm not convinced. Wanted to come forward just in case there's a second one, so I don't get stuck dropping it where I can't finish it off and it gets to revive. Good enough. Alright, but we only have 2 handgun rounds now. Kind of stuck with going shoddy. I didn't see any items over here. Great. Yeah. Still don't have what we need. God, what's up this way? Now this door here, giving me some heavy Silent Hill 2 vibes. Shotgun ammo, that makes me happy. Alright, adventure awaits for Arkham's academics. Arkham Sentinel, March 25th, 1929. Professor Jonathan Howells of Miskatonic University set off today on archaeological expedition, supported by a close-knit team of researchers and undergraduates. As for where he's going, I can't say. He says with a chuckle. So why all the secrecy? Professor Howells believes that he has located Cyclopean ruins stunning scientific value. Ruins, he says, that may shed light on our pre-human planet. Before Homo sapiens, there was the Neanderthal, and now we may have discovered their elders. Was Howell one of the people in the picture in the beginning? I think so. Could be wrong, though. Okay, so this is the way we're going now. I hope there's a safe room up here. God, why do I believe there's something bad on the roof? Now we got this way and over there. Stay away from her. Again, I am not actually certain that these other ones will revive the dead bodies, but maybe. Now there's the next printing plate. Lost letters staying with you. Cassie. Mother and father have asked me to come home again. They said they were worried about me, like they always do. But they laid it on extra thick this time. I guess that somehow they heard about everything that's been happening here. I wish they could understand, though. I'm not going to leave you, especially not now when things look so bleak. I'm staying here with you, even if it will be the death of me. I love you, darling. Your Thea. Alright, unfortunately we can't grab that. Wait, can we make... The only thing we can make is some healing, and I don't actually want to do that right now. There we go. Reloaded our shotgun and we're good to go.
Please don't.
Alright. Doesn't seem we can break that. Grab some more healing herbs, though, before we go down here. Alright. Throw that ladder down. That's good. Wait, there's evidence there? Alright, so I missed... What hell did I miss? Incident during study. Miss Ashcroft. Okay, that makes me think that that's a Resident Evil reference. Ashcroft, for sure. Thank you for sending me the printing plate and its accompanying letter for study. Miskatonic University is the perfect institution for this kind of research. The item's historical significance is of high interest to our students. As it happens, a few days after receiving your parcel, the doors of my office started turning red. At first, I thought it was a prank. Some of my students have rather dubious ideas. But no, the color is real. What an extraordinary event, and certainly beyond the boundaries of known science. Given these effects, I'm relocating the plate to my private residence beside the fire department. A more controlled environment seems prudent. Sincerely, Professor Geller, Head Librarian, Miskatonic University. His office in the library, we saw that. Those were the double doors that started turning red next to where we met that French guy with the slither in his eyes. And if I ever had a camera on, you would have seen me do a little fingerly eye thing. Okay, so I like that. Those are connected for sure. The printing press. Exciting. I really liked that that red on the doors meant something, because it looked like it was kind of blood at first, but it was weird. And I love that it wasn't just like set dressing. Like it was an actual thing. It's really cool to me. Floodwaters rise. Arkham Sentinel, August 15th, 1929. Floodwaters rise. Evacuation ordered. Overnight surge breaches levees by the riverfront despite minimal rain. Water now floods 5 city blocks. Authorities urge citizens to relocate to higher ground. Cathedral District is fully submerged. We're baffled, says Chief Firefighter Walter Pembroke. Where is it all coming from? Mayor Peabody vanishes. Where's Arkham's leader? Witnesses claim Mayor Peabody was last seen on Tuesday at dawn, entering the Devil's Reef Hotel. No official statement has been issued by City Hall. Just walked into the fog, said one resident. Okay, so we heard the story from the radio. Damn. Where's a save room? There we go. This is our place too? Alright, what can we do? Inflict a little more harm upon creatures when they're close to you. Recovered noticeably more from your healing items. Take less harm for a few seconds after dodging. A little less harm from monsters and aberrations. Gain noticeably more ammunition when crafting. I'm going to do this one so that I can equip it before crafting ammo. We are going to do that as a save here, and we're going to say this is a good stopping point. I'm going to keep this as our live playthrough. I will play through separately on my own. So as I do this live, some of the things I will have done before, as tonight, sometimes I will do things in a slightly different order, where I do things for the first time during the live. But I do have 2 playthroughs going through, and we're going to do it both, because I am enjoying this game so much, I don't mind playing these parts again. And I am doing both of them on the hardest combat and puzzle difficulty, which is Sleep Demon for combat and Brainy for the puzzle difficulty. I may do lesser difficulty playthroughs later on. This game really seems like it might warrant multiple playthroughs to where I will do that. But if you are with us now, watch live or even afterwards, I would just want to say thanks, for hanging in there. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate that. If you could like, comment, subscribe, any of that would be fantastic. Really appreciate any support that comes our way. So I just want to say one more time, thank you so much. And until next time, scare well.